Hello and welcome to another episode of Practical IT. Today is a rather special video because the fine folks over at Tera-Digital were kind enough to send me a review unit of the 8100 barcode scanner. This is a wireless, Bluetooth, and wired 1D, 2D, and QR code scanner. Let's take a look at the contents of the box. So we of course have a manual, which can also be found online. There's a USB Type A to Type C cable, and the two-piece stand is held together by a thumb screw. Let's jump over to doing some testing. We're here in LibreOffice Writer, and I'll hit the button once on the scanner to turn it on. And we will scan some QR codes that I have generated in LibreOffice Writer in another document. This is a regular code, a regular barcode. We've got a QR code and then another QR code. So I've tested this with a variety of barcodes that I've found and a few QR codes, not only the ones that I've generated myself. And this seems to be a very versatile scanner that will do everything that you would think of from a scanner. Now, some things that are particularly interesting about this particular unit. You can use it in multiple modes. As I mentioned, you can plug it in, and perhaps you want to use it in a library or in a retail setting where you need to have continuous scanning set up. There's a configuration code in the manual for that, and you can absolutely do that. If you want to use it for inventory purposes, then the wireless mode is helpful, where you can either use it with the included dongle hooked up to a computer, or you could use the Bluetooth mode and connect it to a tablet or a phone. All right, so let's take a look over here. I've got LibreOffice Calc, and you can do the same thing. It's in the first cell, and we've got the regular barcode. We've got QR code 1 and QR code 2. And if we wanted to, all right, so there's those being displayed. And if we want to scan a book, likewise, we just scan whichever ISBN number on the back that we want to work with, or the UPC code, and we're all set. I've tested this with a few other barcodes. Mostly they're your typical retail type UPC codes. But this TP-Link PoE injector box I've got also has a QR code on the side of it. And that is to get to their website for this particular model device. So one of the great things about the pricing on barcode scanners coming down so low that the average person can afford them easily, and software like LibreOffice Writer, which allows you to generate a barcode, it makes for a very compelling and very inexpensive combination that allows you to do many things that may have been out of reach for you previously. If we jump back to LibreOffice Writer for a moment. Okay, so for instance, if you want to generate a code, you can go to Insert, OLE Object, QR and Barcode. And you can type in your URL. You can set the error correction level of your QR code, and we can go high error correction, and it will generate the code for you. And if I scan the code right on the screen, it comes up with the text that I put in that box. Likewise, you could do the same thing, and you could, instead of buying pre-printed labels, if you wanted to, you could come in here and you could enter a set of numbers. You could do a regular barcode and insert that. And if we scan that, we get the numbers that I put in. These are just some easy examples of what you can do with what is, by all accounts, an inexpensive barcode scanner that's capable of both the 1D and the 2D barcodes and QR codes, and a free piece of software like LibreOffice. As far as testing this product, I've tested it on Windows 10 and Mac OS 13 Ventura, and I have had no real problems with it. Again, this is the power of a device like this that operates as a keyboard as far as your computer is concerned. Alright, so what's the bottom line on this device? Would I recommend it? Yes. As I've become more familiar with Tera-Digital products, I am more comfortable with recommending these products. I've used 2 different models now, and in both cases, they've served their intended purpose very well. I even used this guy at the library for a whole day with no issues, and it was actually quite handy. And comparing it against the barcode scanners of another brand that the library typically uses, this performed very well. And on that note, I think that will wrap up this video. If you've got questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section, and I will try to answer those to the best of my ability. You will also find linked in the description a direct link to the Tera-Digital page where you can actually buy the product, as well as getting the user manual and spec sheet. And with that, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.